sorry if you can't read my handwriting. We're starting off at, you need 35 inches by 2 5/8 by 8. Now that is gonna be your legs here. Essentially all it is just one of these nominal size boards. You're gonna rip them down in half. Since these are 5.5 total width, I went ahead with a 2 5/8 to give you about a 1/4 inch off haul at the table saw. So you're gonna go ahead and cut 8 of them guys. That'll make your 4 legs when you shoot them together. Like I said, those are gonna be at 35. That puts us at about 2'11" off the ground. All right, so next we're gonna do 40 inches by 2 5/8 by 2. And what that is these bottom guys here. These bottom rails, I made them the same length as our actual regular pickets that sit inside our planter box bed. And that's what's gonna hold this bottom rail here. And you're gonna only just need 2 of those ripped down at the same size. And the thing about this project is everything that's ripped is the same size. Just to keep it all simple, you're essentially cutting a board right in half. Like I said, you're gonna have that 1/4 inch off fall. We're trying to, minimize the scrap and trying to use the most of our material up here. So you're just gonna need 2 of those guys. Our next one's gonna be 13 1/4 by 2 5/8 by 2 of them. That's just gonna be this other side here that's holding the ends of your shelving down here. And that, like I said, that's gonna be the same size as this guy, which will give us about a foot opening. All right, next we're gonna have 34 3/4 by 2 5/8, and you need 2 of those. That's just basically our trim pieces up here. That's gonna be going in between our legs that are painted. Essentially, that is just gonna be, I cut them about a 1/16 to, roughly about a 1/4 heavy. So that way, just in case, if you're out of square just a little bit, you go ahead and take it to the chop saw and just, finagle it in there. You don't want to cut them too small, guys, especially when they're already, painted. Obviously, then, that's pretty much a waste of material. So we're trying to cut it, a little big, give ourselves some play. And then next we just have, our 10 1/2 by 2 5/8 by 2. That's just going to be our finishers here. And then that should be everything that's painted. So we'll go ahead and chop those up first. And I'll see you guys on the rest. All right, guys, so we have everything cut to length here. We got our side trim boards, our legs, the bottom shelf bracket, and then the trim on the sides. We're gonna go ahead and get these ripped down. Okay guys, all these are ripped down. They're ready for paint. We're just gonna hit them with a leaf blower, get all that dust off, and we're gonna take them to the painting station. Okay, now that we have those drying, we can go ahead and work on the rest of our cuts here. So obviously we're gonna do our baseboards, our sideboards, all of these on our shelving, which are ripped down of course, and our bottoms. So we have 40 inches by 4. You need 4 of them guys. That's going to be your long side panels here. 13 1/4 by 4. That's your edges. And we have 14 3/8 by the 2 5/8 rip. And then we're going to need 11 of those guys. And I do about 1 1/4 spacing. What I'll do on them, I'll show you later in the video. I center up the one in the middle there, and then I'll space off that one, which gives you the same reveal, just like if you were doing, you know, like balusters on a handrail or something for stairs or a deck or whatnot. And I didn't write it on this list, but obviously you're going to need these here, which are the same dimension as the sides, which are 13 1/4, and it looks like you're going to need about 7 of them guys. So we're going to go ahead and get those cut. Alright guys, so all of our pieces are ripped down and cut to length. We'll go ahead and start assembling. All right, so far guys, this is what we have. Basically, once you get all your legs shot on, all 2 sides on the face of the long guys, I'll just L up, do a natural corner on the other face of that, and then I'm essentially standing them up And then I'm putting in the side pieces here. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do the other side. All right, so next here, we got our brackets on for our shelf on the bottom. By the way, I pulled up 10 inches from the bottom and I made that the height of the shelf, which will make it 10 and a half off the ground because you'll have, or 10 and 5/8, I'm sorry, because you'll have the extra pieces on here. And then that gives you about 13, 14 inches in between the planter box for storage. And then basically next we got to throw on these strips, which are going to hold the bottom of our planter, and we're going to cut those to length. I usually do about 3/4 of an inch. Seems to be pretty good enough. That way you can still get enough meat to hold it, and from there we'll glue it and shoot it down. Next, we have our furring strips on here on the bottom. So we're gonna go ahead and work on this bottom shelf section next. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find center of this, make me a point, and then I'm gonna take the center of these strips over here, and then I'm gonna measure half of that, pull over, put my centerpiece on, make sure everything is nice and square with my T-square. Go ahead and pop it on, and then like I said in the beginning, I'm gonna do 1.25 kind of another little furnace strip I made, and I'm going to place that to have spacing, and then that way everything could be nice and even. Alright, so now that we got all those shot on, all we gotta do is hit our bottom shelving and throw this trim on, and we're gonna re-square it up top here just to double check as we're shooting those on. Okay, now that these are all glued and shot down, all we gotta do is just finish the top trim here, and we'll be wrapping up. There you have it, guys. Identical. It take about, I don't know, 3 to almost 4 hours is what we build with the paint, you know, being in effect, but not too bad overall. I've sold about 5 of these so far this spring. They seem to be doing pretty decent. And an option that you could do is you could drill holes in these, but I just kind of let the customer decide if they want to do that. And obviously, you know, you can kind of put some trash bag liner or some kind of mesh in there if you wanted to kind of protect it even longer and put your soil and all that good stuff. But yeah, this is basically it though, guys. Thanks for watching.